Hello everyone. In today's class we will discuss life cycle models. Before moving to the life cycle models, let's revise what are the points we have covered in the previous class. In the previous class we have discussed the fundamental principles of testing, software development life cycle models. Within that we have discussed phases of software project. We have discussed quality assurance and quality control. Here, the difference in between quality assurance and quality control is important for 5 marks. We have discussed verification and validation and it is important for 2 marks. And today we will start life cycle models. The first one is ETVX model. Here, what is meant by ETVX model? E means entry, T means task, V means verification, X means exit. That is entry, task, verification, exit model. In this model, each phase of a software project is characterized as the following. The first one is entry criteria. It specifies when that phase can be started and it also included the inputs of the particular phase. And second step is task step or steps. This step that need to be carried out in that phase along with measurements that characterized the tasks, means what are the tasks you want to do in the particular phase. The third one is verification. It specifies method of checking that the task have been carried out correctly, whether the particular task or step have been carried out correctly or not, that we are going to verify within this step. The last step is exit criteria. Exit criteria contain the conditions under which one can consider the phase as done. Also included are the output for only the particular phase. Here exit criteria contains the outputs for the particular phase. This diagram, whatever you are seeing within this diagram shows the ETVX model for only design phase. It shows only the design phase. Here entry criteria is the SRS and next exit criteria is the SDD, that is system design description. Then the next one is waterfall model. In the waterfall model, a project is divided into separate distinct phases. Each phase is distinct. There are clear lines of separations between the phases with very clear function of each of the phase. A project start with an initial phase and upon completion of the phase move on to the next phase, next and so on. Thus the phases are strictly time sequenced. The diagram shows when the example of the project using waterfall model. A waterfall model is characterized by 3 attributes. The first one is the project is divided into set of phases. Second one is each phase communicates to the next through a pre-specified outputs. Third one is when an error is detected, it is proceed back to one previous phase at a time until it gets resolved at some earlier phase. According to this waterfall model, first we are going to collect the requirements from the customer. After collecting the requirements, we are dividing the requirements as software requirements and the hardware requirements. Here we are going to consider the software requirements. After collecting the requirements, we are preparing the SRS, that is system requirement specification. And next we are going to do the planning of the project, that is here we are going to schedule for the project. After that high level design, that is we are dividing the design phase into 2 parts, high level design and the low level design. In the design phase we are going to prepare the SDD, that is system design description, that will be used for the coding, that is implementation of the project. After completion of the coding we are going to do the testing. Testing is done at last. This is the waterfall model. The disadvantage of waterfall model is we cannot go back more than one step. This is the disadvantage. Next is prototyping and rapid application development model. First we will see what is meant by prototyping. Prototyping is a model. It uses constant user interaction early in the requests gather in the stage to produce a prototype. The prototype is used to derive the SRS and can be discarded after the SRS is built. The appropriate lifecycle model is chosen for building the actual product after the user accepts the SRS. This is about prototyping. Here prototype acts as a blueprint for the further development of the project. Therefore, when you start designing of the project, we are going to discard the prototype of a product. Here for a building, take an example. If you are constructing a house, for a house, blueprint of the particular house is called as the prototyping. Now we will see rapid application development model, in short RAD. The prototyping model derive the rapid application model. It counts, that is, in the rapid application model it is not a prototype, that is a build, but actually the product itself, that is the built application, is not discarded, hence it is named as a rapid application model. But in prototyping we are going to discard the model. That's here in rapid application model we are not going to discard the model. In order to ensure formalism in capturing the requirements and proper reflections of the requirements in the design and subsequent phases, a computer's aided software engineering tool, that is CASE tool, computer aided software engineering tool, is used throughout the life cycle, right from requests gathering, such as CASE tools have methodologies to extract the requests, a repository to store the gathered request, and all downstream entity such as design object. It also contains mechanism to automatically translate the requests stored in the repository to design and generate the code in the chosen programming environment. These are the methodologies provided by a CASE tool, can provide inbuilt means of a verification and validations. In today's class, we have covered ETVX model, waterfall model, prototyping model, and the rapid application model. In the next class, we will discuss the remaining models.